Hi everyone, it's Stuart again, the founder of Naturally English. It's a new English tutoring and business English training company here in North Holland. In my last video, I shared some tips on how to improve and be aware of your business English soft skills as they transcend cultures. I received a few questions, thank you so much for them, about how to apply these tips more effectively. So today I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into a few key points. We'll look at both the cultural and industry specific aspects. I'll try and keep it light-hearted because learning should never be boring, so let's dive in. First up, let's talk about active listening. Active listening means fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and remembering what is being said, kind of like what you're doing right now. It's more than just hearing the words, it's about truly engaging with the speaker. Active listening can look different across cultures. For example, in some cultures, maintaining eye contact is a sign of attentiveness, while in others, it might be seen as disrespectful. Research shows that listening styles are influenced by cultural norms. For instance, German students view listening as a relationship building activity more than, let's say, American students, who will see it as a way to learn and integrate information. With active listening in mind, in Japan, nodding frequently shows that you're engaged, whereas in the US, verbal affirmations like "I see" or "aha" are more common. So if you are in Japan, just keep nodding like my favourite actor, Kermit the Frog. Another important aspect of active listening is summarising and repeating back what the speaker has said. This helps ensure that you have understood the message correctly, and it shows the speaker that you are completely engaged. Just make sure that you understand what point the speaker is making before you start summarising. Otherwise, you might find yourself summarising their lunch order instead of the business proposal. Also, asking follow-up questions is a crucial part of active listening. It shows that you're not only hearing the words, but you're also processing the information, and you're seeking to understand more deeply. Using the 5 W's and the H, the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, and the how, these can guide you in asking open questions. For example, if someone mentions a challenge they might be facing, you might ask, who is involved in this issue? What do you think might be causing the problem? When did you first notice this issue? Where do you think the problem is more evident? Why do you think this is happening? And how has this problem affected your work or your team? And remember, listening isn't just done with your ears, it involves your eyes and your mind too. Pay close attention to body language and facial expressions. They can tell you so much about what the speaker is really feeling. In common practice, for example, in the retail industry, understanding customer needs through active listening can enhance customer satisfaction and increase sales. Imagine a customer in a clothing store saying, "I'm looking for something comfortable." And instead of just pointing over there at the pajama section, ask follow-up questions to understand their needs better. In corporate settings, active listening in team meetings can improve collaboration and project outcomes. Effective listening is linked to better team performance and it reduces misunderstandings. Next, let's discuss the importance of using plain language. Using plain language means communicating in a way that is easy to understand, avoiding jargon, idioms, and complex terms that might confuse a listener. Avoiding jargon and idioms is crucial, especially for non-native speakers. A 2020 study by Labrador BVA Group found that plain language improved reading speed and understanding by 33% and message retention by 40%. We all use them, but phrases like hit the ground running or think outside the box, these can be unclear. Instead, use straightforward language. Can you think of another way to say either of these phrases? Let me know in the comments below. In healthcare, clear communication is essential to avoid misunderstandings that could affect patient care. So instead of saying, "We'll monitor your vitals," say something like, "We'll keep an eye on your heart rate and blood pressure." In the tech industry, precise instructions are crucial to ensure everyone understands the technical details. Using plain language helps prevent costly errors and it improves team efficiency. So instead of saying, "We'll deploy the new feature soon," we'll say, "We'll release the new update next Monday at 10 a.m. Everybody's clear. Many companies also use abbreviations, acronyms, and mnemonics and other tools to simplify communication and ensure consistency. These are memory aids, they work well, and we use them to help people remember and retain information. For example, in customer service, the acronym LAST, listen, apologise, solve, and thank, is often used to guide interactions with customers. These tools can be incredibly effective, but it's important to ensure that everybody understands them, especially in a multicultural environment where not all of these acronyms may translate well, and, even worse, they could potentially cause offence. Using plain language and clear communication tools help bridge the gaps and ensures that everybody's on the same page, regardless of their cultural, linguistic background. Finally, let's talk about educating yourself about other cultures. This involves learning about their norms, values, and communication styles to foster better understanding in relationships. Cultural competence involves, firstly, understanding your own cultural context and then that of others. This knowledge helps in avoiding misunderstandings and, more importantly, building trust. Understanding the importance of hierarchy in some Asian cultures can help in structuring your communication appropriately. Think of it as leveling up in a video game. The more you know, the better you can play. In international business, knowledge of cultural differences can aid in negotiating deals and building partnerships. Studies by the program on negotiation at Harvard Law School, they show that cultural awareness improves negotiation outcomes and business relationships. If you're negotiating with a Dutch company, for example, knowing that employees often down tools and leave work promptly at the end of their scheduled shift, that can help you respect and adapt to the local work culture. That culture values efficiency and it also values personal time. There are many practical ways to immerse yourself in a culture that you may have to be dealing with. Here are a few suggestions. Participate in local festivals, cultural fairs, or community events. This can give you first-hand experience of the culture's traditions and social norms. Watching television shows, movies, or documentaries from the culture can provide insights into everyday life, their humour, and their values. Read books and articles. Read news articles, read blogs that are written by people from other cultures, and these can deepen your understanding of their perspectives and their issues. If possible, visit the country or region. Immersing yourself in the environment can be one of the most effective ways to learn about a culture. And if that's not possible, many cities have cultural centres or institutions that offer language classes, cultural workshops, and events. Build relationships with people from the culture. This can be through professional networks, it can be through social groups, or in online communities on social media platforms. Many organisations offer cultural competence training that can provide structured learning about different cultures. So there are many ways that you can try and immerse yourself into the culture you're going to be working with. Tailoring training programs to fit cultural contexts can improve their effectiveness. Intercultural training has been shown to enhance employee performance and satisfaction. When training a team in a high context culture, include more background information and context to ensure that everyone is on the same page. And if you are looking for more personalised guidance, I will be offering business English and soft skills training, including cultural training and diversity workshops. So feel free to reach out if you need help navigating these complex but fascinating areas. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasise the importance of learning from mistakes. We're only human, both of our own mistakes and from those of others. Mistakes are a valuable learning opportunity. They can help us grow, they can help us improve. For example, as I was saying, I once misunderstood the cultural norm regarding work hours here in the Netherlands. I was working with a Dutch team. And as I said, it's common for employees to promptly finish at the end of their scheduled shift. However, as an expat, I just kept on working. I just continued to work past the end of shift. I was expecting them to do the same. As their manager, this led to some confusion and a discussion about work-life balance. I had to adapt. I learned to respect and adapt to the local work culture, a culture that values efficiency and personal time. I encourage you to share some of your own stories and experiences in the comments. What mistakes have you learned from? How have they helped you improve your communication skills? Let's learn from each other and let's grow together. So to sum up, by practicing active listening, using plain language, and educating yourself about other cultures, you can significantly improve your business communication skills. And remember, these tips are not just about being polite, they're about building stronger, more effective, and more efficient professional relationships. So as always, thank you for watching, and please, if you need to reach out, you can find me on www.naturallyenglish.nl. And hey, if you have any amusing cultural misunderstandings, please share them in the comments. Let's learn together. Thank you for watching, and until next time.